Recognize that volunteer as Ranger.
Recognize that volunteer as Ranger.
Fully knowing that has my chosen profession.
Fully knowing that has my chosen profession.
Always never.
Elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air. I accept the fact that as a Ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier.
For the men of the U.S. Army's 1st Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, an elite Special Operations Force, the challenges of returning home can sometimes be almost as daunting as struggles on the battlefield. These heroes have performed highly specialized tasks to preserve our country's freedoms, and although their sacrifices can never be repaid, they will not be forgotten. With your help, we can ensure these brave soldiers and their families receive immediate and meaningful assistance in times of need.
Yeah. We wanted to be different, and different in how quickly we respond. We take great pride in being small and nimble.
That's why the Sua Sponte Foundation of Savannah, Georgia stands quietly behind the scenes, supporting our soldiers and families of the 1st Ranger Battalion in times of crisis and beyond. We're here to help fulfill the needs that may not be covered by the government or traditional channels. Since 9/11, the Sua Sponte Foundation has helped renovate wounded Rangers' homes, sent care packages to deployed troops, provided financial aid for medical expenses, offered job search assistance, and helped families who have lost a loved one in military service. As a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization, the Sua Sponte Foundation relies on donations from individuals and businesses to sponsor and host events that serve to increase morale and generate funding. These are just a few of the events we have hosted over the years. Funding is also used to maintain a memorial dedicated to the fallen warriors of the 1st Ranger Battalion. The grounds serve as a place to reflect, commemorate, and remember.
We have a very streamlined process. We have a 3-person distribution committee. A need comes up, it goes to the distribution committee. We immediately vote on it. 2 votes is enough to pass it, and we're distributing funds right away. I think that's where we add the most value, and we're also very proud of the fact that 98% of the money goes to the mission.
Tim Brunt's my son. He's a twin. Started off obviously 8 deployments, all combat points with Ranger Battalion. Iraq in the early days, primarily, because that was where the big fight was in those early days. And then after that, Afghanistan, because the war sort of shifted to Afghanistan. And then they did a good bit of Afghanistan. So he did, I think, 4 deployments for each of those 2 theaters. And then as a Special Forces soldier, he did Peru for the drug war. His accident was actually trying to save a young girl from drowning. It wasn't combat related. It was a young 12-year-old girl drowning in the Gulf of Mexico. Bad storm came up. The call went out, missing girl. He, as I think as any Ranger would do, stood up. He saw her being pulled out a bad riptide, shucked his wallet, his cell phone, and his shirt, and he dove into the bad storm and basically did not realize the tide had gone out and there was a hidden sandbar. He broke his neck diving in. He sustained a spinal cord injury at the C5, C6, which is a total paralyzed from basically mid-chest down. He has use of arms, but he didn't have use of hands. By the end of that day, within about 24 hours, Sua Sponte had contacted us and wanted to know what we needed. It was incredible because we didn't reach out to them. I still don't know how they got alerted to it, but the point was they were leaning forward, and I said, we don't need anything right now, we don't know. And their comment was, yes, you do need something. And they said, you don't know that you need it, but you need it. And so then they immediately sent a monetary gift. They said, you're gonna need some stuff. And they said, we're standing by, obviously for the follow-on stuff that you're going to need. And quite honestly, that's never stopped. One, the relationship, and or when there was a need that couldn't or wouldn't be supplied by either the Army or the VA system or the hospital system, Sua Sponte has always been there in front of anybody else. And Sua Sponte put purchased and helped and installed an elevator on the front of our home, so that Tim's able to come to the front of our home. He's able to get in the elevator by himself. He's able to get up and he's able to come into our home unassisted in his electric wheelchair. Tim's spirits are good. He lives in constant pain every day. As a typical Ranger, he doesn't complain about it, but he does live with pain every day. His spirits are good. He continues to fight on. He continues to fight and do rehab every day with a goal in mind that he will walk.
We're very proud of the fact that we take care of all the financial responsibilities of the memorial. It comes out of the foundation, but one of the best ways we have to help us offset some of those costs are the stone pavers that you can purchase, and you can have, a Ranger's name on it, or your organization or your family's name on it. Not everybody can write a check. We value time every bit as much as someone that's writing a check.
There are countless stories of how our Rangers have fought and sacrificed for our country. Through your donations, sponsorships, and assistance, the Sua Sponte Foundation has helped to give back by providing services to these soldiers and their families. You can help us ensure no Ranger is forgotten. The 1st Ranger Battalion are heroes of extraordinary strength, courage, and bravery who have dedicated their lives to fighting for our nation. Won't you fight for them by donating to the Sua Sponte Foundation? Please consider making a contribution today by visiting us on Facebook or at www.suaspontefoundation.org.